Hello and welcome to a SmurDP video. Today we are looking at Super7 Ultimates Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Red Ranger. And on the front we got the Tyrannosaurus Rex coin and all this green and yellow thunder lightning going on. Oh, that's quite nice. I was about to say about my light, it doesn't bring it up in the best light, so I hope it turns out better on your camera. On the top, on the back, nice Mighty Morphin Power Rangers logo. And then under here, we have the bio. Bring that in nice and close. You can pause that if you want to have a read. But if you're a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger fan, you know who Jason Lee Scott is. And you also know who Rocky DeSantos is. Everyone prefers Jason Lee Scott. Anyway, and on the front, we got a nice little logo there. Red Ranger there, which you've seen. And then you've got pretty much the content, so you got lots of accessories here, and then you've got some at the back. So let me get the figure out and we can have a closer look at this together. Okay, so here is Red Ranger, the packaging. So first of all, let's have a look at that helmet. The helmet does look very, very nice and shiny, nice and round, which I think it's meant to be. I know that there was lots of trouble when Hasbro did the Lightning collection, that it was done incorrectly. The body is exactly what I would expect it to be. Mine's got lots of weird blemishes on, which is really weird and a little bit disappointing. I do feel like with the male body that it's instinctive that this bit looks awful. This section here, I don't know why it looks awful. I just feel like it just not been blended in very well. Really irks me quite a bit. There is the belts, the Tyrannosaurus Rex in there, and wow, we have a very focused Tyrannosaurus Rex finally. I know that's not really close up. I'm worried that if I do a close up that would go horribly wrong. There's the nice lines on it. It does have this little bit that pokes out here, which will be for the Dragon Dagger. I have to remember, yeah, it goes on that left side, so that's very nice that is already there. But if you just want Red Ranger like this, you now got a little bit of an eyesore there. So you be prepared to overlook that as well. The boots look the same all the way around. There seems to be a difference in terms of reds. Maybe that's the light, etc. But there does seem to be a variation. So I'm going to get articulation over and done with, because I didn't do that till the end, yes, when I did my Pink Ranger review. So we got a nice range of motion there. We never expect too much in terms of articulation from these figures, but also be very careful. The way that I look at these figures is that they are like mini statues. And as mini statues, they could break very, very easy. So we got a single joint there. We got a spin there. Now, one thing that I specifically noticed a minute ago, I went to sort of bend this hand so that this was pointing up, because I thought, actually, that would look really, really cool. And then I was putting pressure on the peg inside. So just be wary of that you could damage the peg. We got an ab crunchy, even though it looks ugly as hell. Then we have a spinny Winnie on there. Now, we can lift the legs up so much. Bear in mind, you got this piece here. Oh, yeah, we can go forward a little bit, and we can go back a little bit. Usually there's some movement there, but not so much there, which is a little bit disappointment. There is a little bit of movement sort of on the knee, which is interesting. And mine's just got a little strip pop off, which is super annoying. Very annoying. That swivel there. Got left, right, down, and up. Yeah, that's that bit there. So if I bend that, oh my goodness, that just pops out. I'm not sure if it's designed for that, but it's literally like a section of paint that's just popped off. So maybe it's meant to do that. But yeah, very, very, very bizarre Indeed, very bizarre indeed. So there we go. There is our articulation. So let's get Red Ranger standing up like so. And we are going to bring in Lightning Collections Remastered Red Ranger, who, as you can tell, is on a different scale than this. So this is a bigger figure. So you can still see, maybe I'm being a bit harsh on this, but, you know, maybe it's because that's a bigger piece and it just sort of doesn't stand out as much, etc. But there you go. So you can see the difference in terms of figures going on there. So what does he come with? He comes with lots of different hands that do lots of cool things. So he's got some karate hands. He's got some punchy hands. He's got some sort of posable hand and another posable hand. Then he's got his sword holding hand, as I call it. So he comes with, classically, these are clear fans of the toys. And this is very similar to what those toys would have looked like. So we have this, and then we have the white gun, which was classic Power Rangers in 1994 when they were released in the UK. I feel like we were a year behind everybody else in terms of everything to do with Power Rangers. I don't know why that was. Maybe it was just television, etc., contracts and all that jazz. Then we have all the little blade blasters. So we have the single there. Stick that in there. There we go. Then we have gun mode, which, as you can tell, very, very nice detail on there. Looks very, very cool. You can hold that very, very nicely. And then we have the blade blaster. So they've given us everything all in one. Now, I do notice that. Oh my goodness, I'm not gonna be very careful with that. Yeah, you see that, what I mean? That seems to be at an angle. That's worrying. That's worrying. Be very careful there. Then we have his Mighty Power Sword. Come on, why don't you want to zoom in? What are you doing? With some beautiful detail on there. We'll just have to go with that, but it looks very, very nice. We also have the Dragon Dagger. Again, very, very nice detail. And I would expect this to have been the same one as that we got with Green Ranger. We also have the Morpher as well. Come on, there's a little Tyrannosaurus Rex in there. We want to see you. You're just not doing it, are you? Why aren't you doing it? Anyway, there's that. And then we've got the Power Crystal, which is used to control the Zord. So very, very nice touch. The little pouch, which I talked about, which I will put on shortly. And then we've got the two heads. So we got Rocky DeSantos, which actually does look pretty much like Rocky. I feel like they've done a really, really good job on there. And then we have, what the hell is this? We have Jason. Now, I've got to admit, Jason was perhaps not a bigger gent than Rocky, but his features were different. But yeah, this feels like a really, really big head. It's nice that he's got the little earring in there. That's cool. I feel like this is a head when he perhaps returned for that Wild Force Forever Red, and bless the actor, he clearly not let himself go. He had got a bit older, maybe had a few beers, etc. You know, I don't think he's like that now. I think he's doing all right now. I'm going to stop before I start digging a hole. I feel like this is based on that. And then you got some nice cool hair. So there we go. I just thought it was really, really bizarre. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to specifically go and add on the armored, the green armor, etc. Because I feel like this is the important part for this next section. I don't feel like I'm going to put lots of heads on like I did with Pink Ranger, because I may do, I'm not sure. We'll see. Okay, here he is next to the San Diego Comic-Con armored Red Ranger. And you know what? You can use the remastered and attach things on there. I think the only thing that bugged me is you couldn't attach that piece on there. That really irritated me in terms of that Red Ranger. So but here he is. Now it's very easy to do. I'm gonna say I didn't have any problems doing that. And he does look very, very nice. I do like the gold on here. So I just wanted to refer to this. Now, this looks like it's on there properly, but it does drop off every so often. So maybe I've done it wrong, but it is very irritating in terms of it can drop off from time to time. Now, sorry, I'm holding Dragon Dagger. In terms of the, oh my goodness, you gotta be so careful with these things. I feel like you gotta handle these with kid gloves, etc. So there we go. So you can push that up a little bit. That looks a little bit better than what it did. It does look very, very nice. I've got to admit, I do like how that looks. Very decent all the way around. And then the arms, you know, you can argue because they do this bit right that they do it a little bit better than Lightning Collection. In terms of remastered in particular, not in terms of what you've just seen. I feel like that is my go-to Armored Red Ranger, even if you can argue that the head sculpt is not the right head sculpt. So this does in theory work, and it does make me very, very happy that this works. I'm still not convinced. In fact, doing the Red Ranger now actually convinces me the other way, that actually the male bodies just look a little bit fugly, in my opinion. So I'm just going to quickly try and wrap up my review anyway. All right, so here is Jason's head on that golden body, and I'll be honest with you, he just looks too happy. What's going on with these Rangers? They're far too happy. They're meant to be fighting monsters. Don't they know their lives are in danger? Anyway, let's move on to Rocky's head before I finish this review. And finally, we have Rocky's head on there and holding the morpher. And I did try and get him into a sort of morphing pose, but I'm not going to lie, it didn't really work out at all. But anyway, there he is. And, you know, I feel like I like this head sculpt a little bit better. Anyway, I hope you like my video. If you do, please support my channel by subscribing. Thank you for watching. Thank you to those that are already subscribed. Make sure you look after yourself. Very important these days, and always embrace geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.